Let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
Anything like that. So they've got to kind of get through the season, regroup, probably buy some players in the summer, and see where they go from there.
No, true. Well, I think the season for them is finished now. I think for Manchester United. I think just looking forward to next season, and all this talk about the stadium, I think it's just trying to deflect. It's just trying to deflect attention away from the club a little bit, sort of.
Yeah, it will happen though, won't it? It's been mooted for a long time. Maybe they've just decided to sort of highlight it now to, take away from the fact that I think what's the expression, that the players are now on the beach. I think that's really what that's what they're saying, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. So the next one is Arne.
Yeah.
I mean, it was wonderful in his first leg against PSV. Well, I say wonderful with caution, but then the penalties. Do you think it was just unlucky, or what it was?
No, I don't. I'm not sure luck comes into it. It must do. You would say in some respect, but before they started the penalties last night, I said I don't think British teams, even though they're composed in many cases largely of foreign players, European players or whatever, I don't think British teams have the mentality to very often to successfully win a penalty shootout. I don't know what the statistics are, but I bet more often than not our teams, and certainly our international teams, they lose a penalty shootout more than they win it. So I felt that before last night that PSG would probably win. Now, okay, I could have been wrong, but it was evident. I mean, Manchester United, Liverpool, missed. I mean, Nunes missed the first one, didn't he? And then I can't remember the next person, but two of them missed out of 4 penalties, 2 out of 4, I think, and then they lost it. Whereas the others, I mean, their goalie was a man mountain of a giant, wasn't he? He was huge, so he had a bit of an advantage. But the penalties that failed for Liverpool, you'd have to say were not very well taken penalties. Even if the goalkeeper goes the right way, if you put it far enough and hard enough into the corner, then they won't really save it. But they were not even anywhere near the corner. And if the goalie had gone the other way, it would look okay. Oh, well, it's a goal. But you can't gamble on just a 50-50. The odds are very much, or should be, stacked in favour of the player taking the penalty. And if it's put hard enough and in the right area of the goal, either high up, perhaps towards one of the corners, or low down into the corner, you would normally score. So, yeah, they were not good penalties. And I just think it has somehow to do with the mentality of our teams. And also, you've got to say, do they really practice these things? I mean, okay, your penalty takers will practice them. But I think the guy who scored the last one for PSG has never missed a penalty. Now, I don't know how many he's taken, but that's a pretty impressive sounding statistic. And of course, he didn't miss that one. And we've got players a bit like that. I mean, I think Salah he's only ever missed 1 or 2 out of the many penalties he's taken. He's excellent at it. But yeah, somehow, I don't know whether other players in the teams, in their training, sometimes practice penalties in the event that they could come up. I don't know. You can tell by, I think, a player's body language as he walks to the ball, a very slow walk. It's like walking the plank in a way, walking up to put the ball down, and you feel the weight of expectation, anticipation.
Soft family and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday, so join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom, Dr. Glad.
You feel the weight of expectation, anticipation is on their shoulders, and you sort of feel for them. But these are professional people who should be, I think every member of a football team, including the goalkeeper, should, as part of their routine practice, take penalties, not just for penalties' sake, but for being able to direct a shot hard in any situation in an accurate way. But you don't get the impression many players take a penalty as a routine for practice. And yet, highly paid Premier League footballers should be able to convert a penalty, to kick that ball hard, accurately, and score a goal in a penalty. Now, it's very easy for me to say that, but these people are professional, highly paid footballers, and they should be able to do it. You're going to get the odd miss, but far too many are missed, really. They're just not very well taken penalties. So I wasn't surprised Liverpool lost, and it was a shame, because if they had gone on to win the Champions League, I mean, they're going to win the Premier League, quite obviously. They're in the Cup on Sunday, the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle, which I have a feeling they will win. If you base it on form and performances this season, I think Liverpool will win that. But you never know. On the day, it could be Newcastle. But yeah, I was sad that they went out, because it would have been nice for Slot to have won something like that. Okay, he's going to win the Premier League, undoubtedly. And he's clearly going to lose 3 or 4 of their key players now. They've been there a long time. Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Salah. It looks like they're all going to be going. So he's got a rebuilding job to do, and it will be nice if he does win a couple of trophies this season while they're still there.
Yeah. Just before we go back to Liverpool, because there's a lot to talk about in the play, like you said, about the ones that will be going. But just before we go back there, I just want to talk about penalties in relation to our star boy, Cole Palmer. He missed a penalty. What do you think is what's going on there?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but it's clearly a shame that his season seems to be petering out a bit. I mean, I feel I was actually talking out before our game at Selhurst Park on Saturday. I was talking to actually one of the stewards. They had different stewards from the companies every week, and I said, "Oh, you a Palace fan?" He said, "No, I'm a Chelsea fan." I said, well, we all make mistakes, and we sort of got past that. But we were talking about it, and I said, what do you think about Carl Palmer? The manager, Enzo, has singled him out more than once, sort of criticising him, and I'm not sure that's fair or doing Cole Palmer any good.
Safemo and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday, so join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom.